I'm the director of Lanix Group, and tonight is Network Night. Every other Thursday is Network Night, and we have a great night together online. But let me introduce myself and the event. So I'm from Canada. I'm the director of the Lanix Group. At the Lanix Group, we have a school here in Cabecera, and we have classes. We had, before the pandemic, classes morning, afternoon, and evening. So we taught a lot of English. Now we're online because of the pandemic, and we have some Spanish classes as well. Estoy estudiando español with my school. And also we do other events. Marino, the other people with us tonight have been to our chill and chat many times. We every Wednesday night for 3 years, we met here at the school. We'd have 50 or 60 people. We'd have events, Halloween parties, Super Bowl parties, Valentine's night. But every Wednesday was conversation night. Great event, but unfortunately with the pandemic, that's impossible. But also we have Lanix Abroad, and we send people to Canada. So we have that service to help people who want to live or work in Canada. So that's who we are. And since we can't have meetings in the school, we want to do something online. So every 2 weeks, as I said, we have Lanix Network Night. And this is an opportunity to sort of introduce local business people, to network together, help promote businesses in this difficult time. A lot of people from our chill and chat nights, we meet, we invite them. So tonight you'll meet Diego Vera, who has a jewelry store in town. Then you'll meet 3 or 4 other people who are local people and part of our Lanix family. So now I'd like to introduce Diego, and he and I will have a conversation about 15, 20 minutes, and then we'll invite the others. So let's start. Diego, I'm going to give you the whole screen. Oh my God. Hello, Diego.
Hi, Lee.
How are you?
I'm good. I'm good, thank you. How are you?
Yeah, good, Diego. It's good to see you. I know you had to rush home from Quinta Etapa and you got here a bit early, so thanks so much, man.
It's okay. Thank you for having me here.
It's our pleasure. We look forward to talking and interacting and learning about your business. Diego, let's start with this interesting question. I know you're from Bucaramanga, so maybe you could help me. I've been here only 4 years. How has Bucaramanga changed over your lifetime? What's changed here in Bucaramanga?
Well, yes, I was born here in the year 1980.
Good year.
It has been, I think, it has always been a nice place to live in. It is a mid-sized city, which I like. I'm not the kind of person who likes to live in big cities. The weather is nice, so that's another reason why I like to be here. Bucaramanga has really changed. Yes, it used to be like a smaller city, and then it started like to open more to the world. We have now the Zona Franca. Now we have an international airport, although we only have 1 or 2 international flights, but it's an international airport now. There have malls are appearing or were appearing in the last years, and the city became more open to the world. That's what I think.
Sure, international. And I know it's grown a lot. Diego, I was talking with one of our wonderful students, and she's about my age, and she said, Lee, where you live above Quinta used to be forest, no houses, no buildings, no apartment buildings. So it's grown a lot. Diego, I know you traveled a bit. one of the students can ask you about your travel experiences later. But for
Sure.
now, my next question is, you have an unusual business. It's very interesting. How did you start in your business?
Yes, it is actually an unusual business, but this is a family business,
Yes.
and this is the kind of business that passes from one generation to another,
Okay.
and it's the kind of activity that is based on tradition and good reputation and trust.
Right.
Uh, so it was my father who started the business back in 1962.
Uh,
He, along with his siblings, they established the company, and they used to have a factory, they used to have a store, and they were also distributors. So my father used to travel uh, to other cities across the country, and he visited some other jewelry stores, and they provided them with the jewelry that was actually made here in Bucaramanga.
wow.
So yes, and that's how that's how I got involved in this unusual business.
Very
Yeah,
interesting.
yeah,
When I was a child, my boyhood friend, his father had a jewelry store, and it was his father. And now it's the son, and I guess the grandson. But sort of a family tradition, I guess, right?
yes, yes, yes. I think most of the jewelry business are based on tradition and have passed from one generation to another, maybe three or four generations, and are very traditional businesses.
Ah, we have the whole crowd here.
Mhm.
Let me go back to Diego. Will give you the spotlight now. Diego, one last question before we ask the others to join us. Um, I'm wondering about your company now. Obviously, the pandemic has changed all our lives. What is your present situation? And yeah, what's the present situation for you?
Well, this is actually interesting because back in March, when everything started here, we were kind of scared and everything was so uncertain. And we were wondering what's going to happen to this business? How is it going to react?
Yes.
And yes, and and we were wondering, are people actually going to buy jewelry with these lockdowns and with this quarantine and with all the fear that the virus brought to the world? But
Exactly.
yes, but and we had to close our store. It stayed closed for maybe 3 months. But right at the beginning, at the very beginning, it was interesting because we started to have contact from people from other cities, from even from
Mhm.
outside the country, actually wanting to buy jewelry and
Wow.
asking to buy jewelry because they wanted to give some present or because they wanted to get engaged, they wanted to propose or even get married, and that was
Mm.
surprising to us because we were actually selling and selling well during the pandemic, and that's because we were working for the last 3 years on our digital strategy. We were working hard on our online store, and we were putting a lot of effort on our social networks and social media. So it was actually interesting how the business has reacted to this, and it's doing okay. It's doing well now.
Well, congratulations to you. It's very fortunate that you prepared 3 years ago, as you said. Um, uh, Diego, it reminds me of our speaker last week. Our speaker last week was Josue Rodriguez. He has Chapi's restaurant here in Bucaramanga in Cabecera.
Hmm.
And he, like me, we just, got to go online and do our best online and promote in different ways, etc. So good for you. Let me ask you a more difficult question, Diego. Diego, can you foresee the future? What do you anticipate for your company or your business in the near future?
Okay, what I see now about not only about our business but about the business world is that this pandemic has made the world more digital, and
Yeah,
that's something that came to stay. I mean, it's a structural change. So
yeah,
it is something that is not going to go away. Um, so mm I see a good future because
good.
as I said before, we were prepared, and now we are working even harder, and we are being more efficient. We are using our time in a better way, and I see that if you really make changes, if you understand this new digital world, and
Uh-huh.
you understand this new digital way of doing business, you will do okay. And now I remember reading this article in Forbes, like
Yeah,
I don't know, maybe 1 week ago, and it says that the pandemic has accelerated the e-commerce growth and the digital world
yeah.
uh, 4 to 6 years. So what was supposed to happen in 4 or 6 years actually happened in 2 or 3 months. So I think that's what we need to understand, that the world is digital now, and we have to work on it. We have to to make our digital strategies stronger. We need to invest more in digital marketing, and we will make it.
Yeah, very true. I mean, the world was pretty digital, books, net, social media, lots of digital opportunities, but business and so many more things now are digital, aren't they? It's
Yes.
just remarkable. It's a horrible situation, but I hope when we survive this pandemic, good changes will result. Um, and we'll use our time better, as you say, more effective, more time at home with families. So I'm really hoping good things will come of it. But as you say, we really need to adjust to that.
Yeah.
Good for you. Okay, Diego, this is what we'll do next. I'm going to throw it open. We have 4 or 5 wonderful people, very interesting people, who will introduce themselves and their business and then ask you a question about something we've talked about tonight. Okay, are you ready, Diego?
Yes.
Yes, yes, yes. Let's do it. Here we go. Okay, there we are. Okay, and Niels, did Niels join us? Okay, he'll join later. Okay, guys, so here's our wonderful presenter about his company, his jewelry store in Quinta Etapa. Introduce yourself and ask him a question. Let's have a good discussion. Welcome, Jorge, Marino, Riza.
Thank you.
You're welcome. Question, ideas, comments? Marino, are you quiet,
Oh,
man? You're
no. My turn. It's my turn.
Go for it, man. Don't be shy, buddy.
Okay. Well, it's a very interesting business. All the jewelry industry and what we heard from you. Yeah, it's shocking how in a few months you have to, you change the whole strategy of your business, and you have to create a new system, a new way to make the business work. And I'm wondering, for example, for you and for the whole jewelry industry in Bucaramanga, how do you feel with, for example, Chinese jewelry or Indian jewelry coming to Colombia? What is the strategy to create value in your product that make the difference between, Chinese jewelry or Indian jewelry or Turkey jewelry?
Okay. Yes, it has been a menace to our business for over the years. But now we discovered that we have we have to focus on design and good manufacturing, good quality of the materials, and
Service.
we service. Yeah, of course, service has become very important. Although we also sell jewelry imported from other countries, from Spain and from Italy, but uh, I mean the jewelry that we make here, we try to focus on those three aspects to
It's
stay
cool.
afloat and to keep in the business, and it has worked. I think so.
That's cool.
That's a
Yeah.
good,
Thank you.
yeah, good question. Marino, have you seen a lot of Chinese or Indian jewelry in the city or country?
Well, no, I'm not really into the jewelry, like fancy jewelry. I remember when I was living in India, uh, I, I walked into Indians jewelry market, and they're like humongous. They're big. They produce like a lot, but also they're trying to take advantage of people that they don't know about quality. So they sell you some stuff super high price that is not the real price. They're trying to take advantage of you if you don't know exactly what you want, if you don't know the quality of the materials, if you don't know anything about jewelry.
Yeah,
They could rob me. They easily, because if you show me a stone and you show me a piece of gold, I don't recognize. Yeah, I have to be honest. I don't
Marino,
recognize.
Marino,
But
unfortunately, that happens around the world, but yeah, it does happen.
yeah,
Um,
I,
Diego,
I I really I really appreciate the hands of the people who make the jewelry, because it's a craft, it's an art,
yeah,
and I'm more into the art and design. So I appreciate that, and I feel that it's a very, very high quality profession. And there was in India, I saw some guys in the streets doing some jewelry like with the hands, and I said, like, wow, like I can imagine this guy, he could have, like, with the proper equipment, he and all this talent, but he was doing like cheap jewelry, like
Mm.
very cheap jewelry. So the guy has a talent, but no the resources to be big a big jewelry.
yeah. Marino, you're kind of artistic. I know that. Diego, do you do the design yourself, or what part of it do you do?
Well, sometimes we start with the design process, but we have people who design. So it's a process that someone else is in charge of mostly. Yes, but we also offer sometimes custom designs, and customer comes to our store, and then we start to design the jewel that he has dreamed, or the engagement ring that that her
What
that
is your top selling item?
right now we are selling very well wedding bands, engagement rings, and baby earrings.
Baby earrings?
Yeah,
Yeah, in any material in specifically?
gold and silver,
Gold, because
gold and silver. Yes.
that's good. Good.
Yeah, very interesting. Okay, thanks, Marino and Diego. Riza, Jorge, you are interesting people. There goes Riza. Go, Riza.
Hello everyone, I'm Raisa. I'm from Lanex Group. And the question that I have for Diego is, like he just mentioned, that one of the top selling products are engagements and wedding rings. So my question for Diego is, was it difficult to choose the right engagement ring for your wife and the wedding?
Rise up, personal question. Diego, yes or no? Do you want to answer
Okay,
that one?
that was actually one of my designs.
Oh, really?
I designed it one myself. Yes.
Oh,
Yeah.
my
That's
God.
good.
Yeah, and it wasn't that difficult because I already knew what she liked. So so it wasn't too hard. Yes.
Good for you. So you do some designing. Yes. I
Yes.
haven't seen your wife's ring. Have you, Riza?
Yes, I think Martha wears one very cute and unique.
Mm-hmm. Yes,
I'll
that's
have,
the one.
that's the one. I'll have to look at
Yeah.
it later. Diego, I don't know if Jorge has a question, but I'm very curious about your training. I mean, how does one, I mean, did you go to university? Did you study at a technical school? How do you become a jeweler?
Well, I'm an industrial engineer.
Oh, okay.
Yes, but I got involved in this business because, as I said before, it's a family business. So there's where I learned like everything I know now. So it's not that I
Wow.
went to school to take any specific or technical studies about jewelry. You know, it's something that I learned just by working in it and dedicating my life to it.
Very good. Very
Yeah.
interesting. Family business, you can do that. You can't do that in other businesses. My my brother's a teacher, but my parents weren't. It doesn't go down with generations. But let me get Jorge going. Jorge, you're a businessman too, a different business. More,
Yeah, more or less. I'm starting, just starting. Yeah. So I would like to ask you two questions. First of all, you know that for some people, it's very difficult to make or to do the
Mhm.
digital transformation. I saw, well, I just checked your webpage and you have a nice e-commerce shop,
Ah,
a nice virtual shop. And I would like to know how hard that was for you and your company to create that virtual shop, and if you have any recommendations for other people to achieve that kind of website with
that's
your
Okay.
good.
e-commerce.
Okay. Yeah. So as I said before, this is our online store is the result of a work that we have been doing for the last 3 years, and I I I can't say that it has been hard. It has been challenging though. Um, we started to like to understand what type of products are people actually buying, and what are what's the jewelry that we need to exhibit on our online store, and we need to take a good picture. And so that's how it has been evolving, trying to find the right way to show the products, and how it is important to write the dimensions, and how it is important to maybe put a picture where a woman is wearing the earrings or the ring. So more than difficult, it has been challenging, and and now we are seeing the results. What
Good.
I recommend, what I can recommend to people who are, I don't know, maybe building a website or or an online store.
Yeah.
First of all, you need to know who is your customer, who you are selling your products to,
Yeah.
what kind of products are selling better. But sometimes this is given by experience. right? So you need to experience, you need to try. I mean, if there's a product that is selling well, so maybe let's publish some other products from this category. So that's very important to know who you are selling to and what they are buying.
Sure. Excellent. Jorge, did you have a part two there, my friend?
Sorry?
Did you have a part two, second question?
Well, yeah, I have another question, and it's about this. What we are doing now, this is an English conversation. So I would like to know if English has been involved in your business.
Good question.
English has been involved in my business. Yes, yeah, sure. We, as I said before, we have been contacted by people from outside the country, people wanting to buy jewelry for someone they have here, and they want to buy a present, they want to buy a ring. So this, this when we have this kind of contact, so English is actually needed. But also, the business has given me the opportunity to travel outside the country to visit jewelry exhibitions in Italy,
That's cool.
in Spain. Yes, I've been to
Very
many
cool, man.
exhibitions there to get to know the business a little better,
Yeah.
and see what's coming, what's new, and yes, of course, yes, English is necessary.
Important.
Yeah, not only in this business and in this world.
Generally speaking, yeah. Yeah, I'm always impressed. Here we have four great English speakers, Riza, Marino, Jorge, and Diego, and I'm very impressed. But yeah, English is pretty necessary for you. And I know, Diego, in fact, you traveled. You visited or lived in Poland for a little while.
Well, no, I haven't lived in Poland, but I've visited Poland many times since my wife is from Poland. So yeah, but I also lived in the US right after I graduated from high school. I went there and to study English, and I lived there for 6 months. And then in 2003, I went back to the States, and this work and travel programs we used to do when we were in college, and I lived there for another 6 months.
That's cool.
Yeah.
Very cool.
Yeah.
Do you speak Polish?
No. No.
Your English is
Not
really
yet.
good.
I tried to learn Polish, but it's hard. It's very difficult.
So what? I'm sure it's difficult. When you went to Poland, did you use a lot of English?
Yes. Yeah. Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
Excellent. I know some of you others have traveled. Marino, you're kind of a traveler kind of guy too, aren't you? English everywhere?
Yeah. Oh man, everywhere. Yeah. Even last year when me and my friend we went to Peru for backpacking, and we realized that we were speaking English all the time in Peru. Even if Peru is in South America, like Peru speaks Spanish. But you're in hostels, you're spending time with foreigners, with meeting people, and you're speaking English all the time, even if you are in South America. So basically, it was the opposite. I was in Peru and I barely speak Spanish. Maybe when I was in a restaurant and I just order something in Spanish, hey, que huevos, or I don't know, but whatever. But the whole time we were speaking English, even in South America. So that was very interesting to know.
That's very interesting.
That's true.
That's true. Yeah. I've been to Peru as well, and it's easy to get around Peru with English.
Yeah.
Pretty easy.
Correct. The same in Mexico, like everybody who's in the same wave, everybody that is traveling or backpacking or for tourism, they speak English. So basically you are speaking English all the time.
Yeah. Yeah,
Yeah.
that's
Yep.
so true. How about you, Marino? Again, your business. Do you guys know the wonderful business he had before the pandemic? Tell us about your wonderful business, Marino, and what's happening now. Are you guys online?
Well, yeah, we have ice cream shops. I don't know if you know Thais, the roll ice ice cream shop.
Yeah.
Well, we have a few shops in Bucaramanga, and due to the pandemic, we have to shut it down, like close all the shops, sadly, and just bring everything, all the equipment to our home, and we're just working from here. Um, well, this pandemic is been tough for everyone, no exception, and sadly is you really know your associate or the people who you're working around in the bad moments.
Yeah.
Yeah, when everything is good, everybody's happy. But when you
Yeah.
have some disasters around, some bad things coming, you start seeing who is the real ones, who are the ones who support you, who are the ones to push you out, who are the ones that are gonna help you out, or the ones that they don't give a fuck with you. Yeah, so it's difficult, but so far, well, the same thing is it's a family business.
Yeah.
All my family is involved here, from purchasing and production and selling, and well, we are in these apps like iFood or Rappi, and basically we are offering the same ice cream, the same good flavor. Actually, we have new products. We have new products. I think two weeks ago we launched a new product. I don't know if you have tried waffle sticks. Waffle sticks?
Waffle sticks? No.
Yeah, sticks.
Yes.
Yeah. So basically, it's like this big waffle stick, and it's coming with a ice cream, and you dip it in, and you eat it. So it's really good. It's fun, and well, it's been good sales, and well, that's what we do: sell ice cream, make the people happy and fat.
Happy and fat. It's easy during the pandemic to be fat.
Yeah.
Yeah, Marino, I was just thinking it was only February or January, February that you and I were sitting at your ice cream store. Diego was right in front of Quinta Etapa before.
Yeah.
36 and what? Where was it?
Yeah, 36, 48.
48, yeah. And then a month or two later, we all got shut down, which is
Yeah, man. It was in 2 months, everything changed, and you could see the situation for many companies, like really good companies around the world, that they are struggling right now. Like they're living a bad situation. I don't know if maybe you're related with the Airbnb, like huge company, and they're suffering the consequences of this pandemic, like really bad.
Exactly. It's everywhere. So let's all just do our best, as Ryan and I talk about with our business. We got to be flexible. We have to adapt.
Yeah. And this is also it's a new time to rethink the way to make business, because once your business, every time your business is bigger and bigger and bigger, it's more difficult to support it.
Yeah.
So what is the proper size of the business that you can survive even if a pandemic hits you? If you can take the example of airline, how big do you want to be if something comes and in 1 month you can lose everything?
Yeah, that's for
Everything.
sure.
So do you want a huge worldwide business, or maybe do you want a bakery shop and I can live here with my family baking really good bread every day? And that's another way that this pandemic made me to think about how big I want my dreams go. You know,
Diego, let's go back to you because, as Marino says, it affects all of us. Riza, Jorge, we all know this. Diego, I walk by Quinta Etapa and I see some people go in. Is it slowly picking up for in-store purchases?
Well, it's very slow now.
Yes.
I mean, it has changed. So our store, the local store, I mean the location, the physical store, I think is becoming and will be more like your office, your distribution center,
like a showroom.
your showroom, the place where you meet with your customers.
Correct. Yeah.
And yeah, I think it's no longer the exhibition and the traffic. I mean, we don't expect now traffic.
Yeah, not for a while, probably. Okay, Diego, let's kind of wrap up unless there's another question. But Diego, we all have to be careful. Are you and your family, your parents, everyone doing pretty well?
Yes, we are.
Thank God.
Yeah, that's important. That's very important.
We're taking care of ourselves.
Good to hear, Diego. I think that's one of the most important things I've learned. Yes, my business is important, playing sports, being with friends, but if you don't have health, you don't have health,
Yes.
So
Yeah.
I think it's pretty important. Diego, we're going to wrap it up now. Do you have any last comments, or Jorge Riza or Marino, last comments, guys?
Yeah, definitely.
Riza.
Definitely. More questions?
Yes.
Okay, Riza.
I'm reading the comments from our viewers, and there is a question from Jose Suarez. I'm gonna read the comment. Congratulations, Diego. Do you want to open a new store in another city in Colombia, or do you think that the Colombian market can be covered through the internet? Thank you. Jose Suarez.
Okay. Okay. Hi, Jose. No, we are no longer seeking to open a new location, a physical location. I maintain myself in what I said before. The world is digital now. The business is digital now. It's not worth it to invest a lot of money in a new
Correct.
store and to have very big fixed expenses. So I think we can work with our online store, with our social media, and giving a good customer service through WhatsApp and through the internet and through the phone or whatever. And I think the goal is no longer open new stores. It used to be maybe a few years ago, but it's not. It's no longer our goal.
No more brick and mortar, as they say.
Yes, that's right.
Very little. So yeah, Diego, Miguel, Ricardo, Christian, Pablo, and Jose say hi. Congratulations. I think you know Pablo. Pablo was Jorge knows Pablo, sure. And
Yeah.
you know,
Yeah, I know
one of
Pablo.
my best friends.
Sorry?
He's one of my best friends, Pablo.
One of your best friends, yeah. He's a businessman too. He was with us last week, Jorge.
Ah, okay, good.
And Pablo was a pretty frequent regular to our events, like Marino and Jorge as well. So thanks, Pablo, Christian, Ricardo.
Yeah, I really miss those Wednesdays.
Yeah.
Oh, me too.
It was a really nice place, nice time to drink a beer and talk to everybody. It was really fun, really fun, really good.
Yeah. Diego, I know you came one time, but Marino, Riza, Jorge, they're kind of typical Wednesday night people. A little crazy, Diego, but a lot of fun. And But Jorge, I don't know when we can start those again. 50, 60 people in a lounge.
No, next year after the vaccine, something like that.
We need a vaccine, that's for sure. Play some sports, meetings.
Yeah, for everything.
For everything, exactly. Okay, guys, we're gonna wrap up our network night. Many thanks to Senor Diego Vera. So Diego, we're all kind of business people, and even if we're not, we're all struggling. But all the best to you.
Thank you.
Yeah,
Thank you, Lee.
you're
Thank you
welcome.
for inviting me here. Thanks.
My pleasure. And we'll post your names and your information tomorrow. And all our live audience, I hope, will contact you as well. So, Riza, we better get some information from Marino and Jorge, too. So, guys, thanks, everyone. And good luck with your jewelry store in Quinta Etapa, Diego.
Thank you.
Okay, guys.
Okay, good night.
Thanks. Good night. Take care.
Okay. Bye-bye.
See
Have a
you
good
soon,
time.
guys. Ciao,
Yeah.
ciao.
Ciao, ciao.